Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mr. X Factor Gaming with a short little Battlefield 3 commentary for you. And the gameplay that you're watching is from a Rush gameplay that I had a long time ago. I go 18-2, I think. And this is just the first segment of a full Rush gameplay. But I liked this segment. I thought it had good competitive gameplay, and I managed to arm some objectives, so I thought that was cool. The purpose of this video is just to bring you guys a few things that I'm hoping to see in Battlefield 4, as that's coming up soon. And these aren't really any major gripes that I have with Battlefield 4, because overall I'm really happy with how it's looking and I'm really excited to play it soon. But these are just some minor things that hopefully people will agree with me about, and maybe even DICE could implement them in the beta or the first release or even future updates. So that would be cool if DICE would listen to some things that the community has to say, which we've seen DICE really does a great job of doing that. So the first thing that I want to see more of is destruction. And I really like how Battlefield Bad Company 2 handles building destruction. It's really dynamic and not scripted at all. It depends entirely upon the players in the game how the buildings will be destroyed. And I feel like sometimes the Battlefield 4 destruction looked a bit scripted with the whole evolution thing, like maybe certain buildings only get destroyed in specific ways each time. But I'm not really sure. I haven't seen too much Battlefield 4 gameplay, so you guys can correct me on that if I'm wrong. And I'd also like to see terrain destruction, specifically with the ground. We saw it in the Battlefield 3 Alpha a long time ago. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but there was ground destruction where if you placed a C4 on the ground, it would make a little ditch, and then if you place a lot more, you could make a full-on trench, and that looked absolutely amazing, and it would be a ton of fun. But DICE had to remove that because it was glitchy, I guess, with people getting under the map. So if DICE could somehow implement that in Battlefield 4, I think that would be really cool. Okay, let's see. The next thing on my wish list is that DICE fixes the spawn invincibility, or just removes it, especially when spawning on squad mates. Because I feel like the spawn invincibility can get really annoying. I'm not sure if this is just me or if some of you guys agree with me, but when people spawn on squad mates that you're trying to kill, and suddenly there are 2 or 3 people there and they're invincible, then it just makes it impossible to kill them all. If DICE removed the invincibility when you're spawning on squad mates, that would be a lot less of a problem. Spawn invincibility is fine when you're spawning in the deployment, or yeah, probably even on a flag, because then at least people won't spawn in huge groups where you're trying to kill one guy and then suddenly there are 3 guys, 2 of them are invincible, and you're just dead automatically, pretty much. Also, I feel like spawn invincibility never actually helps me, but it always hurts me. I'm sure that's not actually the case most of the time, but it's just a feeling that I get. It's kind of weird. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that. Another thing that would be really cool is this fading revive graphic that I've seen floating around on Reddit a couple of times about a year ago with Battlefield 3, and now people are suggesting it again with Battlefield 4, and I'll put an image up for you guys. So basically, the revive meter slowly ticks down or fades out either way, so you can tell like what the latest time is that someone would be able to be revived, and once they can't be revived, it fades completely away. I think this would be really helpful for prioritizing revives. As you can see in the diagram, yeah, you guys can just read that. It's pretty cool. My next thing on the wish list is do something about the sun. It looks like DICE has definitely toned down the brightness of the sun, which I'm really glad they've done. But you can see in the image that I've provided this huge orange stripe that goes across the whole screen. And it's not really that realistic. I mean, this orange stripe, and it's just so big. Maybe if they could make it fade out toward the end, or get narrower towards the ends, and maybe it could take up about half of the screen, then I would be okay with that. I've seen some people say that they like it a lot, but I feel like it would just get really annoying after a long period of time. Let me know what you guys think on that one. Okay, another thing that would be super cool is realistic night maps, where it's actually advantageous or almost required. I don't want to say fully required to use the IRNV, infrared night vision scope, but where it's definitely helpful to use that, because that attachment has almost no purpose in Battlefield 3, except when it was super overpowered in the beginning. But yeah, if DICE could add night maps, then this would add to the overall map variety. So basically we could have a map during the daytime and the same map at nighttime, and this would greatly increase the variety of gameplay without having to actually make more physical maps, just change the lighting. And it would be really interesting to see how the day versus night dynamic shifts gameplay on certain maps. That would be a cool thing for me to see, and for all of us. Okay, and one last thing. I really want to see ghillie suits come back for Recon. Those are a lot of fun, even though it might promote camping in the bushes. It's pretty fun, just ghillie suits. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. So that's about it for my wish list. Not too many major things, as you guys can see. But yeah, overall I'm really looking forward to Battlefield 4. And right now I'm pretty busy working on college applications and stuff. I'm in my senior year of high school. But hopefully I'll be finished with most of those by the time Battlefield 4 beta comes out. And definitely by the time that the full game is released. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys soon.